All right, you know what time it is. It's the 5-finger discount with your boy Dre PG Northwest Finest. So you know I had to bring a heavy hitter tonight. Northwest icon, Seattle legend, G-Prez.
Yeah, get the money fast, no late payment. She know where it's at, she don't gotta say shit. Get a check, spin a check on some day shit. She better bring back double what I gave her.
What's going on with you,
Man, once again, proud of your wild ass, man. You always doing some dope shit, always doing some
I'm trying to be like
shit.
you when I grow up.
Come on, man. You on the way, boy. You in the lane of your own, man. I love it. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
I'm glad you
know what
came. I'm glad you. I was kind of worried, nigga. You got to
No,
my age,
I was,
20-something.
and I'm normally on time because my business mops me. But I had a personal situation.
No, and I'm glad I didn't say nothing because you shot me one of them text messages that made me feel like an asshole if I would have been over here like, nigga.
Oh, yeah, no, because I don't like when motherfuckers be late myself, so.
I was surprised.
No doubt.
I did not expect, completely.
The cold part about it, though, is that I was, delaying my day to try to stay in the area because I finished up, I had to go to Tacoma to go pick up a bus that I get there. They talking about the bus is ready. I get there, my joint's in the air with the rims off. I'm like, what's going on? So then I come back to the city, hop in my whip, and it's like 6 o'clock. I'm like 7. I look at the message. He like 7:30. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. So then I'm like, man, let me shoot out here, go check in. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll be right there. And then I got out to where I got to, and it got deep, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey,
and then my people in there, they hit me. I'm like, man, come fuck me. I'm sitting in the mess. They sit outside waiting on me and shit. And you got a cold phone story, G. Like, for real, man, you might hold the record for the most phone numbers in the game, man. Straight up, man. This guy is Mr. Inbox, Mr.
Listen.
I'll be like, bro, for real, I'm sure I got at least 7 solid numbers in here, man, for you, man. Straight up, all different area codes. He'll
hey,
skip
you sound
town.
like my brothers.
Man,
my brothers say the same. I'm the youngest of 5 brothers. They all live out of state, and they all say the same thing. They're like, bro, you are a number switching motherfucker.
Man, I'm like, dog.
But no, like this is legitimate accident. Like, I woke up and I had no sound on my phone.
Yeah.
So I turned it off. I tried to turn it back on. It won't turn back on.
When you hit me with the DM, I wasn't even surprised. When he hit me, I said, where is this guy? How many times have I told you, hit me direct? You invite me to a party, like, bruh, hit me direct. Like, you got my direct number. And my number ain't, first of all, my number is one of the longest running numbers in the game. What's my number? You probably know it by heart.
I should have it written down on a piece of paper for a case of emergency.
Man, listen. My number must be inside the jail, written on the wall. Everybody know mine. They don't know their mama number.
Right, they know your number. Listen, the president. I tell people all the time that when me and my friends, people who know me, right? They know me when I started with Nutty Boy.
Yeah,
that was it. Me and my clique, we was Nutty Boy, and it was kind of contradicting because we had girls on the team.
Yeah.
But I was like, nah. I was so convincing. I was like, nah, you Nutty Boy. Like, even though you a female, you Nutty Boy. But you would. The first time I met you, I don't remember how we wound up putting it together, but you let me DJ your daughter's 16th birthday party.
Yeah,
at New Holly Hall.
I knew we was DJing. That's all. It was always some DJing.
Yeah.
He was always DJing. You was always throwing a party. Man, he would throw a party in a closet. Man, this dude is, I'm like, and it's always, I need to come pick up some speakers and some lights and some, man, he be at my house all in my shed.
All up in his shit.
Putting the speakers on top of the car, holding the speakers on top of the car. I'm like, man, what are you doing, man?
Listen.
Man, Big must sit back. He had us in for a week. He eventually make it back his way, man. Every time I look up, he's doing something, man.
He used to hook me up with the dual Mackies, the stand, the mics, the mixer.
Come on.
$25.
Man.
$25. I'm out the door. Yeah. I'm setting, I don't give a fuck where it's at. I'm setting the whole party on fire with this setup right here. And then he'd be like, he'll get the lights, he'll load me up, man. It was, such a good time. But people don't remember how hard people had to work to get in those positions. Like, that was just right time, right place to be able to link up with you.
Yeah.
Because, one thing that I've learned of being an artist in the city is you wind up being an introvert. You wind up just kind of reverting back into your own section. You know what I'm saying? And one thing that I will say that you taught me a lot growing up that I didn't really catch on to later on was centralizing your fan base. You used to always talk to me about that. You were like, you know a lot of people. I remember you used to tell me all the time, nigga, quit tagging me. He used to call me. He would call me personally. He'd be like, hey, listen, bro, I fuck with you. You know I fuck with you. But you have got to stop tagging me.
Man, this guy was a tagging machine, man. He was a tag killer into everything. I'm tagged into all types of shit.
He would say the difference between getting people's attention and spamming people. So, you know, he used to teach me how to get people's emails.
That part.
And then build your own email fan base. Crazy story I never got a chance to tell you about, actually.
Yeah.
I used that formula to create a cannabis delivery business in Vegas.
That part.
And it was actually, so everybody who I met, I was just telling my lady this, everybody who I met with my business card, I would get their phone number. And once I got their phone number, I would register them and it would get their email because they would check my website.
Because just like you, people should change their number. But most people
forever.
don't change their email.
Always say.
You know what I'm saying? And like that's it's a more personal form of communication.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It makes it feel like it's an invite. When you tagging everybody, feel like I ain't tagging everybody. This ain't really directed, you know, this ain't personal to me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I'm a hard-headed motherfucker, man. I'm in Facebook jail right now for tagging.
Man, see, there it is there. That's man. Yeah.
I just thought about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, God damn, I'm in Facebook jail right now for tagging too many motherfuckers. But you know what? But I'm gonna tell you about it because I'm pretty sure you didn't get a great chance to dig it too much. But did you see my post about how they did me in Everett with the Sada Baby concert?
I did not. No.
Okay,
no.
so
I mean, and I seen that must have been like this last week.
It was very recent. Yeah.
Because I seen the hype. And
it was a little bit of hype. It was okay. So pretty much what happened was the DJ. I'm not gonna say no names, but the DJ had reached out to me, and he was like, "Hey, bro. First of all, I didn't even know he DJ. I just know the dude from doing his own thing with the music industry." Yeah. And he was like, "Yeah, I DJ now." I was like, "That's dope, bro." He was like, "Bro, you should send me a couple of tracks and you should perform." And you know me, I stick in my lane. I do the hosting thing. I like to entertain people. The rap thing is just kind of a thing I'm able to do, in my opinion. But he's like, I like your music, you should come perform. I'm like, say less. So I was like, you know how it is, reach out to the promoter, make sure it's okay first, because I don't want to waste my time showing up last minute and I'm not able to perform or whatever the case may be. So anyways, long story short, they were like, you can edit the flyer, send us back what you edit, and we'll approve it. So I edited the flyer, of course, threw myself right behind Sada.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? I threw it back to them. They were like, yo, that's hard. Do your thing. Yeah. So I'm promoting. I got like 30, 40 people hit me up first day. Where can I get tickets?
That part.
One thing I learned from you, don't pay nobody unless you're getting paid.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We don't give out free money around here.
Come on.
All right? So I told him, I said, listen, bro, you guys are only selling the tickets $25 a ticket. I'm not going to hit you over the head. I mean, I really appreciate the opportunity. Give me $5 a ticket. Easy money. I make $50 for every 200 that you make. I can do that because I have a huge fan base out there in that area. I've done Tony V's Garage 100 times.
Come on, that
So he was like, we'll get back to you or whatever. Kept giving me the rigmarole. I didn't care. I said, you know what? Just because you asked, opportunity's there. I'm in the city, I know. I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So the day of, I get a message that there's not enough room on the show for me anymore. And I was really thrown back because, like, the day of, I had people calling me that haven't called me in years, in generations. People I didn't even know was even paying attention or calling me because they want to see me perform at this show. Yeah. So at first I was going to just take it with a grain of salt. I was going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to go public because, I've always been taught, don't put your business in the street, especially not on social media. You deal with it on paperwork or whatever the case may be. Part. But in this incident, I talked to my girl about it, and she was like, nah, fuck that. She was like, it's not okay. Like, I'm sick of people.
Bang on, man.
I'm sick of people fucking with you. You know what I'm saying? She was like, if they're gonna be that bold to have you promote your face and people are coming to see you, it's not right that people are coming to see you and you're not able to perform because of whatever. They didn't even give you a reason. Nobody called me anything. So I made a post and I, I didn't put no names out there, but I was descriptive about how I felt. And James the Juggernaut, who I will say his name, he's a great guy. I just met him in person recently. He actually booked Sada Baby and Gresham Morgan. And he reached out to me. And he was like, yo, are you going to the show in Everett? I was like, nah. And he was like, well, how about this? Fuck that show. How about you come out to Gresham Morgan? You can host the show. and I let you perform 2 songs, you gotta do your song Crisscross. That's one of my favorites. I was like, say less. So God just opened another door, you know what I'm saying? But that's, just in a nutshell, just kind of let you know what had happened. But that it's still relevant, bro. It still happens.
I seen you do the Blitz, and I seen the last time, you know what I'm saying, the homie came, you know what I'm saying, like for myself, there's a lot of new artists that come to town, Papa Black had brought that same cat to Seattle maybe like 6 months ago.
Love Black, man.
Man, Black's my guy. Shout out 1K, my guy Papa Black. On that particular show, honestly, I can't remember. He do so many shows, so I don't know if it was that show. But I know on one particular show, they need the black car service. And a lot of cats that are promoters don't ever think about ground transportation. Yeah. They just totally, you know what I'm saying? They don't get it. Not only does it matter, it costs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they just, in their mind, they be thinking Uber prices. This ain't Uber, pimp. You know what I'm saying?
You got to spend that $1,500. You know what I'm saying? You got to spend
that
bread.
You got to come with it. You know what I'm saying? So what they brought homie, and people was excited about it. And so a lot of new artists, for me, it don't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? I deal with Snoop, Warren G, you name 40, it, Rihanna. We just did the transportation for Beyoncé. You know what I'm saying? Her team caught up. Right now, you know what I'm saying? And even though it's hard for me to digest some of this new music, but I got to give a shout out to Sexyy Red's team, man, because they stay rocking with me. We did the whole Northwest Drake's tour, you know what I'm saying? And they on the phone on the regular, hitting us up, you know what I'm saying? I just sent her 2 cars in Alabama. Whoopty whoop in Vegas, you know what I'm saying? Moving around, rocking with the Northwest, when you handle your business right, you know what I'm saying? And so even though I don't know a lot of these new artists, I give them the same treatment I give Snoop. I give them the same treatment I give Beyonce, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta have your budget right, pimp. You know what I'm saying? And as simple as that. And I work with your budget, you know what I'm saying? Don't call me in the last hour. They still gonna call me in the last hour, you know what I'm saying? And I do what I can. But Pop, I done gave Pop my car. I don't do that often though. Papa Black, we got a whole another level of respect.
He's a good guy.
But I seen you pumping that show, and I seen they've been trying to bring a lot more shows out there to the spot than ever. See, I was out there with Goldmine. Shout out to Goldmine Entertainment. Yeah. Like when we was doing out there with Swag was out there. Yeah. We was tearing Everett up. Like I rock with
Tony
Everett.
V's a good spot. It holds 500 people. It's
I rock with it, man. I can't even think what it was before that. It was something else. It's been Tony V's for like the last 4 or 5 years.
They always switch them out.
It was something else before that. But man, my thing is when it comes to shows like that, man, when people ain't doing business right, man, just walk away from it. The post, for me, is unnecessary. I'm fortunate
that's what you would have said. That's what you used to always tell me.
Most of the things that I've done, you know what I'm saying, have stayed in alignment, where I don't even have the energy to want to go there. I tell people all the time, the most important part of a car is the engine. If you don't take care of the engine, if you don't put oil in it, it's going to fail. That's the most expensive. After that, it's the tranny. That's right. But when you go get an oil change, that's the least expensive regular maintenance for a car is an oil change. Yeah. You know what it's going to say, though? The day you did it, the miles on it, the type of oil, all the other fluids, it's going to give you a whole spectrum of details for $80 to protect the most important. So if you're doing a show or whatever business you're doing, it has to have those same precise details so that when something falls out in alignment, we know who didn't keep their word. Right. One of my favorite movies, Crush Groove, you know what I'm saying? Russ got into it with Run, and at the end, even though there was family, you got to sign on the dotted line, man. If it's not in black and white, it's just chitter-chatter, you know what I'm saying?
It's just chitter-chatter.
Straight up.
And I think the hardest part about dealing with those situations, right, is especially when you're a young artist, right, you take those favors, right? Just you and the homie having a conversation as not something you should put in paper, but it is. Like even when you're just having those regular conversations, I'm gonna do you a favor.
Even if it's in text message, man, that's in black and white, man. Everything got it. Because we have a lot of conversations. We do a lot of stuff. I'm over capacity. There's no way I can remember. Like right now in our queue, humbly, there's 80 plus people in just conversations on quotes to book. Mm-hmm. Then there's another confirmed from here out into next year, another 100 plus confirmed reservations. Mm-hmm. That's 170 people all expecting for a specific vehicle to show up at a specific time for a specific length of time to take them to specific locations. Mm. So I don't get, even my daughter and my kids, when they want a bus, when they want a car, you got to go fill out a reservation. I don't care who it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to go on there so I can see what you're talking about. Because the conversation, hey, man, The craziest question I get all the time, text message, inbox, how much for the party bus? And that's a real wide question, man.
And what do you want?
How many people? What day?
Right.
Pickup time. From where? Going where? For how many hours?
What's the wildest party bus experience you've had? Like somebody came and spent the bag with you, and you was like, you know what, fuck it. Like whatever y'all want to do, let's do it.
Let me see,
you
man.
Just let it ride.
Man, you know what?
You serious on the
buses. I was out of town.
I
was out of town, man. I still don't know who these dudes are, man. But they called from Tacoma, man. They called from Tacoma, and they ordered 2 party buses, pick up at the Tacoma. This was about 3 months ago. I was in Mexico. And they called like the day, like that morning, and wanted it that night. And 2 party buses back to back for 6 hours. It was like $7,000 for what they was talking about doing, right? To where I had to call Wojak. I called Wojak, was like,
yo.
I said, go to the mall and meet these dudes and go get a $2,000 cash deposit. You know,
right.
Wojak, my man.
Yeah,
you know
what I'm saying?
Guy. But I ain't never called Woj. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
go to the mall and meet some of these dudes and get 2
Make sure
you know
it's
what
legit.
I'm
saying?
So Woj go. He said they had like a Gucci bag full of just crazy bread. And he hit me, was like, yo, gee, I got it. I said, word, okay. So I called the buses and they went and picked them up. And they just kicked it all night, you know what I'm saying? All night, they just went to a bunch of clubs. They went to dinners, some fancy restaurants. So I didn't see what they did, but I gave them the green light to kind of do it a little bit different than I normally do it for the 7. So that one was wild. And then like, I don't know, like, you know, the bachelor parties, I done seen some of them kind of get lit, you know what I'm saying?
They go up?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, the bachelor parties. Yeah, shit, the bachelorette parties, honestly, they be wild.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Like
hey, I know you hold some secrets. I know you got some secrets.
Nah.
I ain't gonna make you tell on nobody.
No.
But I know you got some secrets. Because I know them bachelor parties, man, them cats be, man, she be going down. We be having to just...
I ain't gonna air out the details, but one of the wildest dudes is Genuine. Yeah, we did the concert at I think it was
I follow his Day Angel.
What's the spot out in Kent? The little arena in Kent.
The Showwear Center.
Showwear, yeah. So we did like Genuine, a bunch of era of that.
The old school jam joint with
the ladies' night out.
With what is it, Boys to Men, and they brought out all the old school joints. Yeah.
And we did the after party down at it's called Sarajevo now, but it used to be called something else. I did the TV commercial, everything BT, and he had the bus pick him up, and my driver was like, "Yo," like I said. My driver said he was wild.
Man.
We had to detox the whip. Let's just say that.
Man. I think so.
He was wild.
I think this. There was a period of time. I don't know if you ever met this guy. It was an older guy. He owns a company called Monster Construction.
Yeah.
And he made the giant skate. You ever run into that guy? He has a driving
a skate like roller skate.
Like a roller skate you can drive.
Now that's what I'm saying. Now did he make it for my man from Ezell's?
I don't know. He might have sold it to him because
they got a big ass skate. They be in the parades with it.
Yeah. So there's this dude. He used to go skating at Patterson's West for like a long time.
Yeah. Okay.
And do you remember 50 Cal?
The name sound familiar.
So he was an artist out of Tacoma, but I was like,
Tacoma.
I was managing him at one point. This is when Fusion Nightclub was still open. This is a long time.
I had some good kicks.
Good times up in there, right?
Yeah.
So me and 50 Cal, we had ran into this guy. And he was a renovator. He liked to take stuff and remake it into like motor vehicles. Yeah. So he had pimped out a metro bus, like a downtown Seattle metro bus. He just took off all the legal mumbo jumbo to make it, the outside, whatever. But the inside, he had put like a king size bed, TVs, like all kinds of wild shit. So he allowed us, so at the time 50 Cal had his album, he was calling it Master Soundation. Yeah. So we went and got a banner made, and where it says like, King County Metro, right? Yeah. We slid in Master Soundation on the side of the damn bus,
that's
right?
Filthy.
So we pull up, shit was crazy. So I came up with this marketing scheme to where I was like, listen, this is what we about to do. We're about to sell tickets for people to get on the bus.
Man, this dude.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to sell tickets, people like $50 a ticket, people get on the bus, right? But then I got a weed sponsor from one of the dispensaries. I ain't gonna say which one, because they can't give out free weed. But I got a weed sponsor from one of the dispensaries. It was like, just give out my business card. I was like, okay, bet. So we had free joints for everybody. And then we cashed out for the liquor, so we had free liquor. So it was worth the $50 and the ride.
No question.
So we get them on the bus, we get a whole bus full of people. We up a couple $100 off the rip. We go all the way from, I want to say 320 and Federal Way.
Yeah.
Pick up a whole bunch of people on the bus stops all the way on the way up there. Then we go all the way to Alki. Pull up to the bus stop.
Rolling.
Chill that. We was lit. We
Yeah,
rolling.
yeah.
We didn't.
Y'all
We
went
on the bus driver
yeah,
paid.
yeah.
We didn't make no money.
Y'all was doing the most.
We didn't gave the money all to the bus driver.
Yeah, y'all was doing the most.
We get from Alki. We go to Fusion. Now we pull up to Fusion. Everybody tripping because it's a Metro bus pulling up to the damn club. Open the sliding door, bro. We all come out. Nigga, we're lit. We're popping it. It's
popping it.
Listen, I don't really, like I said this to Nikita last time she was here, I really don't think the city really gives people in our industry as much credit as they should for the things that we've accomplished in this city.
Man, I mean, I know people be saying that, man. I mean, I'm spoiled, dog.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
I am too.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Man, you gotta focus on the pop, man. I show you love. A lot of people show you love. Like, man, you're legendary in your own right. And when you doing things, you don't see it until you really look back on it, you know? And unfortunately, man, cats' memories is short, man. You're only as hot as your last hit or your last party. Like, come on, man, the Virgo party. Like, you know what I'm saying? My birthday party, me and Cun Love and all the Virgos, Jeff Staten, like everybody that been part of the Virgo movement, we was throwing our birthday at the Seahawks Stadium, bruh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like a Kid Capri, you know what I'm saying? McCall Hall, Exhibition Hall, the Seattle Aquarium, like who's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we got Diddy's DJ, we got, you know what I'm saying, Tony Touch. So cats that was there, no. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But there's a whole new generation of cats. There's always some new cats fresh off the porch, fresh out the house, and they're just not going to know that. And plus, we didn't have social media to document what we were doing the way we were doing it back then, man. So you just got to stay focused on moving forward, and the roses is going to come. The roses is going to come by the love you get as you continue to do your thing. Because those that got something to say is usually on the sideline doing nothing.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So, you know, we're hustlers. Always have been, always will be legal hustlers now.
That part.
Right?
That part.
Shots to being legal hustlers.
Man, come on, that part.
But I will say, it's a lot harder. It's a lot harder. I just saw an article that the IRS is now starting to crack down on ticket sellers, like wholesalers. So essentially, if you wanted to resell like your Beyoncé concert ticket, right? Let's say you couldn't make it, so you want to resell it. Ticketmaster now has to report anybody who sells over $600 worth of tickets.
Yeah.
And it has to be taxed now. It wasn't taxable now. So it's like, I mean, I don't really think that's something that should be really touched, but at the same time, it's just another hustle that's being knocked out the game. How do you feel about the government kind of joining our hustles and kind of taking our
I mean, that's going to continue to happen. Last year they were supposed to get on everybody on the Cash App and all that digital. Everybody think that digital money is sweet, but that's all going to have to get claimed. You know what I'm saying? And it's just part of the process. If you're not on the block, you know what I'm saying, really hand in hand with whatever you're selling and getting cash money in your hand, you got to pay the taxes on it. See, the beautiful thing about it though is that when you address it and understand how it goes, like when I used to, you know, before I start throwing big parties for the Virgo like we do, I would see people like Diddy throw $200,000 parties and $500,000 parties. I was at a $200,000 party last night. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Friends of the Waterfront. Shout out to Marie for making sure that we was VIP'd all the way out. Tuxedo DJing, you know, Converge Media. $200,000 party was last night on the waterfront. You know what I'm saying? And I used to be like, man, I couldn't imagine spending that type of money. But when you're making big money, you either use it or you lose it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a tax write-off. Yeah. So you have to learn how to utilize the bread. Okay, you sold to whatever tickets that you sold. What are your expenses to that? Are you keeping track of your expenses of how you got there? The parking that you paid for? You know what I'm saying? Your flight to get to whatever city is, you know what I'm saying? Are you a business? If you're a business, you know what I'm saying? It costs to be the boss. You got a business license, you're registered, you got an LLC. There's so many things that you can write off to offset that. You know what I'm saying? So it's a transition. So it's important for people to utilize organizations like Africa Town, Black Dot, you know, Tabor 100. There's more resources now than there's ever been to support people to understand business and learn how to address something like that where it feels like they're impeding on your hustle. You know, it actually can make your hustle better if you do it right. So it's just a change of the game. And they're going to continue to remove cash out of the situation because they can't tax the cash. You go to the Climate Pledge Arena, no cash accepted, bro. You ain't got a credit card.
That's true.
You're thirsty. There's so many different major showbox, cash only. So the venues are doing that because they're going to get taxed because all their revenues is documented through the ticket sales, payroll, XYZ. But that's how the bartenders can rob the spot. Mm-hmm. If you got 10 bartenders and each bartender is hitting you for $600 a night, you use just $6,000 a day. You know what I'm saying? That's $6,000 every 10 days. Yeah. That's $18,000 a month. That's $180,000. Add another 32 to that. But that's over $200,000 in annual lost revenues by dealing with cash if you're getting robbed by your bartenders. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So the venue says, hey, cash is out of here. You need a credit card. So, you know, it's about doing good business and doing business right, man. It's a constant struggle for me to do it. Trust me, I'm over it. I'm ready to continue to hire people to handle each division of what I'm doing so I can focus on what I want to do is having fun and let somebody else handle some of the other details.
I mean, we talked about a lot of business, a lot of facts, you know, history, stuff that we've been through. Let's talk about the real shit. So you think aliens are real?
I do. I'm waiting for them to pull up, honestly, you know what I'm saying? Because when cats be repping they hood and all that, be like, oh, man, I'm from Seattle, I'm from, you know what I'm saying, West Coast and all that. Yeah. Earth is my turf, you know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting to link up with some extraterrestrials.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, pull up, you know what I'm saying? I'm fearless, man.
I heard somebody say that aliens don't fuck with black people.
Man.
That's... Like, cause if you watch every movie, except for that one movie that was just recently wrote, I think it was like Who or Hell No or something. It was something simple like that. You
talking about the one where they was like running around,
bro, in the
country a little bit.
Yes, and they had a little tin. Them niggas was fucking up the alien with random house items.
Yeah, I didn't see the movie, but I watched
forget the name of it, man. What?
No.
Anybody? No. Yeah, no.
See, I be watching just like the trailers. I'll sit up like when somebody else will watch a movie. I'll watch the equivalent of a movie in trailers. It'd be like, I seen that.
You know what's funny is that's exactly why I don't watch the trailers. My girl be like, oh, we should watch this. We'll get about 2 seconds of the trailer. I'm like, turn it off. I want to watch it. Let's go. Because the trailer will show you the whole movie from beginning to end, all the highlights. You ain't missing too much.
When I go to the movies, I get to the movies early just so I can make sure I can see the previews.
I think the reason why they say aliens don't fuck with black people is because I feel like black people are too practical, right? Movies don't make sense in most cases. But when you put black people in non-practical situations, they act real practical. Like, I'm leaving. Like, the movie over. Like, there's nothing to say there. Oh, there's aliens coming? I'm gonna get my gun. Like, there's nothing.
Man,
it's really practical.
Trust me, anybody that's out there outside of our circle of life, man, is way more advanced than us, man.
Listen, I know.
They probably sit back and watch us like a movie cracking up laughing.
Oh, God. But, I mean, that's why it's entertaining, though, right, in the movies. But like I said, I think there definitely are extraterrestrial beings. I definitely believe in multiple dimensions. I think once you start getting into kind of crazy stuff like that, that's a whole different conversation when you get into vibrations and dimensions and all types of different elements that we don't really get to talk too much about, like dreams. I was talking to my sister about that. And apparently that there's different sounds that you hear to let you know what like realm of dreaming you're in. Like apparently if you hear water, you're in a specific place. And if you hear bells, you're in a specific place. I don't know. I'm bringing up those things to say that, like, what do you spend any time like having any of those like spiritual moments with yourself? Like, are you a spiritual person? Or
heavily. I'm, you know what I'm saying? My spiritual base is dope. Like dreams, like I'm able to when I'm aware that I'm dreaming, and I've had stronger periods than others. But once I know I'm in, I can act up. Like straight up, I can jump like miles. I can jump to top of skyscrapers and chill, fly, all of that. Once I know I'm there, I can have a ball with it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's cool. So back in the day, right? We're gonna talk about back in the day. We don't talk about now, right? Because we're fashionable, way back.
How far we going back?
I mean, I'll go ahead and tell myself, right? We ain't gonna talk about with you or anything like that. I've done a lot of drugs in the past. Like, I did a lot of drugs, shrooms. You know, had some cocaine a few times. But
we got Rick James.
Hey, listen, I have lived. Obviously, those things aren't in my life anymore. But I will say that I've lived. Like, have you ever like had a serious trip, man? Like, I'm talking about like psychedelic, like mind-changing trip.
Nah, man. When it came to that, man, I came up in the '80s, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
80s, baby.
For me, you know what I'm saying? You know, I didn't even start drinking till I was 28. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. You know, like I ain't never did nothing. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try experimenting with some weed like every blue moon when I was younger.
When you pulled up, I didn't expect you to drink with me. Like I thought you was
Yeah,
about to do this shit.
I mean, even that though.
Bare bones.
But even that is an off and on type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so definitely, like most of the time, I don't drink like 6 months out of the year. You know what I'm saying? And I just go on hiatuses. You know, for me, that's just how I get down. You know what I'm saying? But as far as anything beyond that, I've never been experimental. I'm not that. Well, let me try that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I be on my grind so much. It's like a lot of that seemed like just social sitting around type of situation. Yeah. I'm always getting to this bag. Yeah. You know, like that's just my full-time thing. So in that sense, I was young. You know, honestly, I'm just throwing parties. You know, my first party I threw was, the first time I DJ'd a party was '88. You know what I'm saying? Like straight up. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, I got my first check in '89 and it's been rolling on that ever since. So as far as drugs and all that, I seen the repercussions. I seen the dope fiends, cocaine, heroin, crack, freebase, all of that. I'm like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And so when they came out with the little, the dabbing, I was like, oh, hell, man, anything that you need a torch to light, my G. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even be running with the PSCD but when I see a glass piss pipe and I hear,
and listen, hey, look. Hey, I used to work at Uncle Ike's over at White Center, right? Bro, the dab people used to come in looking like fiends. They'd be like, you got any more of those crystals? I mean, like, they be
Come on, man.
They be fiending for them dabs, man.
Nah. And then, like I said, I always, you know what I'm saying, even, you know, with my kids, my nieces and my nephews, that was always my motivation, because everybody be like, oh, man, everybody I knew I grew up was a drug dealer, was this, a gang member, that, and that's, you know, and that is legitimate influence of why some people choose that life. But I wanted to be that one to be like, nah, my uncle Whoopty Whoop or my dad, nah. He don't drink, he don't smoke. Like, my motivation to not do those things was more for them. You know what I'm saying? I'm second youngest of 7. I'm holding my whole family down. You know what I'm saying? I hold my moms down. I hold the community down. So it was like that. It was more important for me to set an example than for me to experiment with that. And then I ain't never seen nobody, like everybody I saw doing coke and all that, they was, you know what I'm saying, they started out pimping or whatever, balling, but I see the end result. I see the end of this movie. Right. It's the same movie with different characters. So I'm like, why am I going to go down this path when it's going to increase the chance of it being a bad ending to the movie?
I agree with your perception, right? And I wish I would have had your perception, right? I wish I would have been able to see that. Because for me, it was kind of the opposite. I kept kicking it with a whole bunch of rich ass people.
Oh, they're definitely
who were doing hella drugs. And they're like, you don't got to pay for it. We have hella. Here you go.
That part.
So it was like, I'm like, well, if you guys are rich, you know, this is how you guys are doing it.
But most of the time, that was some hand-me-down money, though. Like most of the people that you were talking to, so
exactly. Once I wound up, that's what I'm saying, right? The bad example, right? Because that's what I'm saying. I didn't see that from the opposite perspective. Which once I got to know them, right, I'm realizing, okay, this is dad's house. You know what I mean? Like, the dope is coming from the allowance that you get once a month. You're trying to flip that because that's all the money you get once a month. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did. And
it's peer pressure too. A lot of times it's peer pressure. A lot of times you might start with drinking and you get into that mode and somebody's doing something you don't necessarily mess with. And then you be like, fuck it, and you don't get them peer pressure polys. Just try it one time. Come on, quit being a chicken. Bullshit. Next thing you know, you on some other stuff, though. You know, so I didn't see it happen. You know, and I'm just like, I'm just always been a leader. Always walked to my own beat. Always never gave a care about what other people thought. You know what I'm saying? So I was fortunate that peer pressure just never came across to me like that.
Well, I mean, we talk about peer pressure, right? Because peer pressure is like in your life, your entire life.
It's real.
From elementary all the way through high school, college, or even as an adult, right? Like, I'm gonna ask you a personal question. I don't know if you want to answer it, but when did you lose your virginity?
Shit.
Can you tell me about that story? Like, what was that day like?
Man, I had blue balls afterwards.
I did too. I don't understand that.
I could take you to the house.
Your body does not. You don't know what's going on.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If I had a picture of Shorty that day, I'd probably be like, damn. But I had to take advantage of that situation, man. She was with it, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, I got it in early, but then at the same thing, even with that, like, I turned stingy quick. Like at first I was like, oh yeah, I got it. Once I got it out, then I kind of was like, oh, slow down. Whoa. Like my body count is amazingly low. Straight up. Like, man, I'm funny. I was doing Leonard from the Goodie Bag. Yeah, it was his birthday. It was like a comedy roast. And I was just talking about, like, I got so much IOU pussy out there. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing is once I know I can get it, then I just, I'm gonna put you on the list. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Because my thing is I never wanted me doing something to prevent me from doing something in the future. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of cats get out here and just be reckless, you know what I'm saying, with it. You know, my youngest kid is 28.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I shut this party down a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My daughter will be 32 in 2 days. You know what I'm saying?
Did you grow up?
I started early and retired early.
Did you grow up with both parents or single parents?
No, single parents. But man, my village is crazy. I got like 6 moms, 5 dads. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like straight up, my village is.
So you had some
crazy.
examples.
No, I had examples on what not to do and what to do.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so for me, you know what I'm saying, again, I was so busy on my money that, you know, I just love being popular. I love getting money. I always threw parties and always was popular, but never been no F-boy. Like that just ain't never been a schizo for me, you know what I'm saying? You know.
I mean, you've never really given off that vibe. You know what I mean? Like every time I've seen you, always been on some business shit. I mean, shit. I think, do you remember that time we threw a party in your house?
Man, yes.
Like you let us throw a party in your
Airbnb.
house.
So, you know what I'm saying? I had 11 Airbnbs in
This is before the Airbnb.
You know, that's when it was in transition. You know
this is when you had the stripper poles in the downstairs room.
That was the Airbnb. That was my first Airbnb. That's what I'm saying. I was doing Airbnb before anybody even knew what Airbnb was.
Oh, I know, because I remember I hit you. I remember I was like homeless and broke, and I'm like, hey, bro, you got a room for a nigga? He was like, listen, bro, I'm gonna have to charge you for the daily rate, man. He was like, monthly, I'm gonna rake you over the coals, dog.
So a lot of things that I would do, I didn't tell people from Seattle. I never posted that I had Airbnb. I've been doing Airbnb since. I'm crazy.
Yeah, I'm 2 years in, but
easily,
it's another piece of game I stole.
Let me see, easily 14 years. You know what I'm saying? In that, and so what all my clientele was from out of town, and every time I've had a problem at my property was from somebody local. Oh. It was from a niece or a nephew or
really?
Family. Anytime it's always been it's always been extended or a friend. But if somebody comes from out of town, they don't know me, you know what I'm saying? So that you're just more respectful for people you don't know, unfortunately. When you get comfortable around people, it's how things go left. You know, but we used to tear that crib up, man. We call that Camp David. That was the original Camp David.
We had a party over there. We had a whole bunch of females coming through. He had the whole downstairs decked out in red.
I still got the stripper pole. Tell me, I still got the stripper pole at the crib. I still got the stripper pole at the crib.
Stripper poles in that joint, man.
On the bus at the crib.
I still don't know what the hell
I was going to bring one. I just didn't know if the ceiling was
Listen, I don't know what the hell we told you to let us throw a party at y'all. I couldn't pay you to let me throw a party at your damn house right now. Look, hey, listen.
But you know what? Honestly, though, I do want you to throw a party at my crib. Like, straight up, I do. You know, so you guys see now I got the hot tub in the back B. You know, like, the spot's crazy. I got the whole podcast studio, like, the spot, yes. You know what I'm saying?
I'll charge a lot of money to come to your house.
This is the thing about it. You do them Aliocs come freeze. You know what I'm
saying? No, I don't.
No. Let me correct that. It's not a come free, but it's the invite. See, so my thing is this. You know what I'm saying? I always put my number on 40, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's 40 key people that if I can do an event and have them have an incredible experience.
Yeah.
It's going to be them plus one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's 80, and then 20 other just random comps fans. So what event can I do for 100 people to have that 100 people all walk away blown away?
Yeah.
All 100 walk away with a gift bag, with marketing material. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about volume no more. That's why the Virgo party's not what it was before, because we would do the Virgo, it'd be sold out, 1,700 people, 2,000 people. My phone's blowing up off the hook. And, I'm not even enjoying myself because I don't have the capacity to interact with that volume of people. Everybody want to take a picture. And before I know it, the party's over and I spend my whole time dealing with them. Yeah. So at the crib now, when I do 10, 20. I just had a crazy party this last weekend at my crib. Shout out to my son-in-law, Aaron, and his little brother. Had his 30th birthday at the crib. The bonfire, 4 barbecue grills, jacuzzi, under the tent, popping it, you know what I'm saying?
And the nigga didn't invite me. I didn't get a call, a text, I didn't get an email invite. God
My
damn.
son-in-law threw that party, you know what I'm saying? And so like I said, it's about doing things that's like, okay, first of all, who do I want to party with? And then why do I want to party with? So is this something where it's people like yourself? Like if I'm partying with you, there's nothing that I need from you. One, I'm not trying to convince you to give me no money or nothing. I just want to be in your presence and have a good experience. Then there might be somebody that is a concierge at this hotel that I'm trying to secure the transportation deal. It might be somebody from the Port of Seattle. It might be somebody from the economic, like I got a situation with the city of Seattle, the economic, division that's going to do a party bus experience in Columbia City next week, where we're going to go through small businesses. So it's what is the purpose of the party? It got to be bigger than the bread. And it can be about the bread, but it has to be strategic about the bread. So the $200,000 event that I went last night was for Friends of the Waterfront. This is the organization that's handling the entire redevelopment of the entire waterfront now that they've knocked down the 99, put the tunnel underneath downtown, and they're redoing that whole waterfront. That's why they threw that event. It cost $250 a head just to get through the door, and then bigger packages for bigger sponsors. You know what I'm saying? So that party spent $200, but they probably going to gather $1 million to $2 million in sponsorship for their project. And that's how I think about partying now. Now, when I just go out, I like just sliding out. I go to 4 or 5 parties, clubs in one night, and be able to go in and come out as I please. I usually come by myself. I'll go to a party by myself on the bus just to pull up, let people party on the bus, take pictures, and then I bounce and I'll leave by myself on the bus. I stay alone because when I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing about me. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. And my team knows that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I do want to do a party. I want to sit down and say, okay, let's do a party. Why are we doing this party? We just doing it to mess off? Do we want to see how many girls we can get in the hot tub? We just broke the record on the weekend of my birthday. You know what I'm saying? 9 deep. Shout out to everybody that participated.
The number is 9.
9. That's the record right now. It did. I'm waiting.
These slim ones are thick ones.
Man, we had it all.
He said it was a variation of sizes.
Hey, but we had 2 to 1 though. The ratio was right. That's the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? So. Man, I would love to throw
I agree with you. My thing is I try to accommodate about 50 people.
Yeah.
And I normally try to give them enough entertainment to where they're willing to spend anywhere from $80 to $100 a ticket.
Yeah.
And that's just because I try to make everything inclusive.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do appreciate about your events, bro. I appreciate how you'll come with the ticket and all everything's included.
Yeah, I want people to food, open bar.
I mean, for real, straight up.
Like anything you want.
As far as across the board, pound for pound, for the type of events that you've done, you're really in the league of your own. Like I know cats who
that means a lot.
They may have did a weekly night at this club for however long, and maybe you haven't done a weekly night at a club for as long as they've done it, but they've never done a pool party. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody might have done this, and this, but they've never done a day party. Somebody might have done this, and this, but they've never done a mansion party. So the category, the check boxes of events that you've done, you've done shit that I haven't done. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't trust these cats to be around a pool. You know what I'm saying? It's too much liability. See, I be thinking about liability, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I be ready to just go ahead.
I used to always call you and be like, hey man, let's partner on an event. He'd be like, so did you get the vendor's license and the certificates over here? Did you talk to the city? And I'm like, nigga, fuck all that. We got the house, got the music, got the bitches. Let's turn up, nigga. He's like, bro, listen, that's all you, man. If you don't go to jail, call me. Let me know you made it home safe.
That part.
I'm out. That's pretty much how it goes. Part.
So, I mean, the more business you do and the more experiences you have, you just think about it and you just move different. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot on the line. And so, like with the opportunities that we do now, a lot of people still disassociate us with party buses. Party buses is the smallest thing that we do. That's the smallest vehicle in our fleet is a party bus. We're doing, large coach buses. We got buses down at Pier 66, Pier 91, 5 days a week.
I remember when you started with your first couple, right behind your house.
In front of the house, behind the house.
Underneath the house. You had the limo, nigga. You had extra limos, nigga.
Yeah.
We used to let us get the limo. He'd be like, that's going to be at least, I'm going to charge you, bro. I got you. Just let me know where you want to be.
Man, that part.
Hey, listen, when the OG started hitting me with the websites, you got to remember, man, I'm 34 now, so I came up. You guys was on the way before I could even catch it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm calling them. I'm feeling disrespected. I'm upset now because this nigga telling me to go to the website. I'm like, hold on, listen. Back in the day, I used to come to the house and crack open the bottom of your house for $25. Now I got to go to the website. Man, but now I tell people, listen, go to the website. Like, don't call me.
Like I haven't used it in a while. I got an app that I would use for artists. Everybody, whenever I don't do as many shows as I used to. I done brought some of the biggest shows to Seattle, me and my team, and they'd be like, "Man, we trying to open up," and I would have them fill out the app, and the app would be like, "Okay, do you have a manager? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you guys have an office, not your crib, but retail, commercial office space? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have any physical CDs? Do you have merchandise? How many pieces of merchandise? How many shows have you done in Washington? How many shows have you done outside of Washington? Do you have any promo pictures? Do you have a press kit?" Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And really break down the things that are necessary to be a successful artist. And then that would email their answers back to them just to give them a snapshot of where they're at. So you're like, yeah, can I turn you into this? I can. But if you don't have these things when you come to me, you're not ready for me. Because I don't have the capacity nor am I willing to spend the money to get you here. Because when I get you here and we get on stage and you get a few little broads and you fuck off your relationship with your baby's mom or your little chick, because now you're on stage and rolling with me and we're hopping out of party buses, you're going to think that you did that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you get yourself here, then we'll go there. But I can't get you here. I'll give you all the assets and the tools to tell you how to get here. Yeah. This is how much it costs for the photo shoot. This is how much it costs to the website. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Cats running around, oh yeah, man, at myspace.com. And remember that? Remember Cats was always giving out the MySpace. Hey, find us at MySpace / doing it big records. You know what I'm saying? You don't own that. And when that platform falls off, then what? You don't own Twitter. You don't own Instagram. You don't own Facebook. That's why this guy's in jail. But I bet you my website's not in jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I own my website.
Oh, shit, you talking about me. You talking about really me. Hey, look, I thought that nigga was fictitiously pointing at me, talking about another motherfucker. I forgot, I am in Facebook jail. I was like, oh, yeah. Yeah, fuck whoever's in jail. He's fucking up. He's talking about me for real. Oh, okay. That's the lick. I'm kind of slow. But you're right.
I'm saying, man, you got to own your platform, man. And so I know some cats be feeling like I'm them, and I'm thankful. I'm grateful that anybody, I'm sure there's people out there that got a problem with me, but they do a good job on keeping it a secret. And I'm thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see everybody win. They call me up, hey, G, I'm trying to do the show at the Showbox, whoop, 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 whoop. I'm one of the few people that can book shows there.
Yeah, you know they're barely inclusive.
And I'm telling them,
Showbox one.
My consulting fee is $1,500. Yeah. It's off top and it's non-refundable. If that scares you away, you're not ready for the Showbox. No. Most of the time, I'll do it for less for $1,500. But if $1,500 scares you, you want to bring a $100,000 show. You can't get to the venue without me. Yeah, I'm going to have to quarterback and run this whole thing. You think I'm just going to be like, okay, yeah, let them get the venue and you're going to do the show? No. When's the last time you did a concert? Not you, but I'll be like, what other? Send me 10 flyers from other shows. I don't care if it was that JJ's Little Hole in the Wall.
Right.
Show me 10 other flyers with your company on the name, and you brought the artist and you did that whole show that had ticket sales, not just paid at the door. You show me 10 of those.
Right.
And if you can't do that, then I'm gonna have to consult you on this, and it's gonna cost $1,500.
Right.
So I didn't tell you no. Dog trying to bop cats to get the show. Oh, he blocking us at the show. But hey, pimp, listen, man, it costs to do this here.
Well, I'm gonna end it with this last question. I think this is probably, the most important question of the night. I mean, you drop so much knowledge. I mean, like I said, I always love talking to you.
Man, we gotta do it again, man.
Yeah, of course, most definitely. I mean, because every time I'm around you, you always learn something, and that's how it's always been. That's kind of how our relationship has always been. It's like either I'm in a good place or a bad place. You'll always you'll let me know what I'm doing is I'm on the right track, or you let me know what I can do better. You know what I'm saying? So you have seen in your experience a lot of parties, a lot of celebrities. Are you a BBL fan? I mean, is that something?
I wouldn't say. I mean, it's hard to say. I wouldn't say that I'm a fan.
Would you turn? Okay, let's say hypothetically.
Yeah.
You're single.
Yeah.
You're mingling. You got your own everything like normal, and you got two women, both naturally beautiful, but one got a BBL, one don't. Who you going home with?
That's not going to play a factor in who I choose.
But I'm just saying, if that was the only factor that mattered, was the BBL.
Because somebody could come natural and look better than the BBL. The BBL might be a bad BBL job, so the natural might beat it. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a case-by-case basis. You know what I'm saying?
But what if it's a good BBL? Man. Like we talking about Dr. Miami.
Man, let me see. Honestly, myself personally, I don't think I've ever been with a BBL.
Bro, I have tried it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I haven't. So,
and every time I done mess with one of these women that got all these surgeries, you would think the bitch was 50 Cent, man. She got bullet holes everywhere. You feel it on her the titty, kapow, bullet hole. You feel on her stomach, kapow, bullet hole from the liposuction. You feel on the ass, it's fat. You get underneath the cheek, kapow, bullet hole from the like she got bullet holes, and I was messing with a chick, man, and people would say it was like Instagram, like stacked in, right? But then, man, I started doing normal nigga shit, and it just didn't make sense to her. You know, like, I lay on her chest, she be like, hold on, let me put my tits to this, I gotta get them redone. I'm like, hold on. Like, she get in the car, she gotta have a booty pad when she sit in the car, she can't sit on the regular seat.
Oh, man, I ain't hip to all of that.
Bro,
see,
it's a whole different lifestyle with all that. They don't show you that on camera, but.
I mean, I've seen some females that I know from Instagram, and I see them in person, I be like, damn, please go back. No, I'll be like, go back to Instagram. You fucking with my fantasies.
I'm dead.
Stay on. When I see them on Instagram, and I be like, God damn, she bad. I be wanting not to meet them because they go fuck up.
Hey, listen, I'm a fan of the obtuse breasts. Like I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But it's these girls that be hitting the angles on you. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
the angle demons. I call them demons.
Yeah.
Evil creatures is what I call them because. They're so good with the angles and the makeup. Jesus Christ.
Oh, the makeup. They cheating. No, the filters.
The filters and the makeup and the filters and the angles.
I didn't know.
It's all bad.
No. So Shorty showed me the Snapchat filters. I was showing my age. I couldn't believe me. It was contorting her into the baddest.
Listen.
And she already bad, but it was some wild stuff going on.
Bro, listen. And then what would be killing me, like I said, I'm a titty fan. Always have been. That's my thing, right?
Me too.
Listen, these women that be hitting you with the hit you with right here.
Oh, the angles.
They laying back. Or they sleep. So they gonna hit you. Titties choking the bitch. Like you don't even know. And then you get them, you meet them in person. She got 45 people in her stomach. And her ass took a lunch break.
Yeah, man.
Like
I said, man, with me, I've been blessed that, man, I see through them a lot, you know, because I already know what time it is. I already, you know, I got this feature, bro, that I call fast forward. You know what I'm saying? I can walk up in the club and it'd be like slow motion sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And I'll catch eyes and I'll see their eyes get big, whether they know me or they see me for the first time. And shit'll slow up, and I can literally fast forward 5 years to see what it is. All right. I take on anybody that rock with me, I take on the whole crew. Your mama, granny, everybody. I'm taking on everybody. So that's why I can't take on everybody because I go so hard. But then your little nephew want to rap. Your uncle, he's washed up. He still want to rap. Everybody wants tickets to all the shows. Everybody wants the plug. So then when it starts out, we're good. We VIP everywhere, anywhere we want to be, from the hood to corporate shit, traveling, whatever. But when they see what it's like when I'm in public and how many people know me and how many people I embrace and show love. Just because if I'm in the mall, I'm going to just see people. I'm from the town. I'm born and raised here. So I got to show love. I'm never going to walk by people. Then so many people that I don't even know from Joe show love that I just got to go along with it because I return the excitement that they have. So for me, when it comes to women like BBLs, any of that, none of that excitement, because what is your character? What are you really about? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, are you going to be able to, what do you do for a living? I know what I'm bringing to the table, and I know most of them don't. So when I fast forward and see, once they get past the fun and all that, and it's time to work, it's time to grind, you know what I'm saying? When I was pushing my clothing brand, I'm outside the club with the T-shirts, slanging them. I'm outside the concerts handing out flyers, you know what I'm saying? I go hard for mine. So if you too fly and too fancy to do that, that's cool too, but what are you gonna do and what are you bringing to the table? Because I'm bringing it to the table. You understand me, you know what I'm saying? So for me, like all of that, it just goes to the wayside, like straight up. I just come through and give high fives and hugs and keep it moving because I know the average person, even my homeboys, you know what I'm saying? I love a lot of people that I came up with. Like, I hustle every day, all day. What are you doing for you to be able to keep up with me and to travel like I do? I'm in Dubai, I'm in Argentina, I'm in, you know what I'm saying, Bahrain, I'm in Abu Dhabi, you know what I'm saying? So I'm moving, but what are you doing for me to justify keeping me with you? I'm not the entourage dude.
You know what I'm saying?
I like the book, man. Come on, man.
I seen you wrapped up in the Sudan.
Everybody that move with me like that, they gotta have something to the table to how we're justifying them being there, not just riding the bandwagon, not the international bandwagon. You catch me on a party bus, you might have one night experience with me, we have a good night, but to continuously interact with me and continuously get down with me, I just don't deal with that. And a lot of females, you know what I'm saying? I don't deal with no drunk stuff. I don't deal with females that's, you know, no judgment on anybody that want to do drugs or whatever. But if that's going to keep you from handling your business, man, stay to the side, be straight up. Like I'm just heavily on my grind to where I just know a lot of people, but I don't rock with a lot of people because it's a challenge. You know what I'm saying? So the BBLs and all that, the Instagram and the DMs and all that, I pay no mind. Those that are in my inner circle, I got straight riders that ride with me. Those that are really with the shit, are with the shit. I got some of the most upstanding people ever that are in my life that love me unconditionally and know how I get down. You know what I'm saying? You liable to come home. My kids then came home and I ain't even gonna say who rappers laid out on the couch, passed out, or might be up in the bedroom of the Airbnb or anything else. You know what I'm saying? I done picked my daughter up from school with E40. We're going to lunch. You know what I'm saying? Like my kids in my inner circle is used to how we get down and know that we're not going for no funny business, man. My daughter's 32, and I asked her. It's been a couple years since I asked her, and it hasn't changed. I said, in your life, how many times have you heard me raise my voice? She said, Dad, I can't count on one hand. And that's it is. My life is full of peace. I don't play that. No arguing, no calling the police, none of that. And anybody that got any close energy or vibrations to that will be dismissed immediately.
Wonderful. That's how it should be done.
Straight up.
Well, I appreciate you guys tapping in for another episode of the 5FINGER discount.
Man, hold on, man. You gotta tell me what this 5FINGER discount's about.
G-Prez.
I'm like, are we going like on the undercover, like shoplifting?
Nah,
Is it
it's called the 5FINGER discount.
What is going on here, man?
It's called the 5FINGER discount because I used to steal shit.
I mean,